Hello, and welcome to Reads. That's short for really exciting and delightful stories. I'm your host, Nahjee Grant, and I'm a children's author. On this show, we explore children's stories and authors like you. As a matter of fact, you can appear on this show with me and read your story. If you're a kindergartner, first grader, second grader, third grader, fourth grader, or even up in fifth grade, you can submit one original short story up to 32 pages to lmtv@lowermerion.org. You can be on TV with me and read your story to everyone. Doesn't that sound exciting? Well, speaking of stories, I have a special guest with me today. Her name is Hannah Farber. And she wrote and illustrated her own story and sent it in to us. Out of all the stories we got, we selected her short story. So I want to introduce my special guest, Hannah. So what was the title of your story?
Carrots Be Nibble.
Carrots Be Nibble. So tell me a little bit about how you came up with the story.
Well, I was bored during writer's workshop one day in third grade, and so I just started writing Carrots Be Nibble, and I wrote the story about a bunny, and it kind of just sat in my writer's notebook, and the cover even fell off the notebook, but when my mom told me about this contest, I kind of realized that, Carrots Be Nibble was, a good story, and so I found my writer's notebook in the attic, and I, rewrote the story. I kept the same roots of the story, but I changed it a lot, to make it a really, a good story, and, a final draft rather than, my first rough draft.
Very good. And what grade are you in?
Fifth.
Fifth grade. And what school?
Germantown Friends School.
Germantown
Friends School.
Germantown Friends. Very cool, very cool. So we're going to have you read this story, but just quickly, what are some of your dreams and aspirations when you get older? What are some of the things that you want to do when you're older?
Well, I want to own a bakery in Park City, Utah, and I want to be a meteorologist, and I want to be a pediatrician, and yeah, I want to do a lot. That's some of the things I can do right off the top of my head.
Very good. So you can do all of those things within your lifetime. I have one specific question. Why Utah?
Because I love to ski there, and it's my favorite vacation spot, so yeah.
That'll work. So you can read your story now.
Okay. Carrots Be Nibble by Hannah Farber. Hi. I don't think I've met you before. I'm Carrots. Carrots Be Nibble. Technically Carrots Brown Bunny Nibble. Here's some things I like and don't like so you can get to know me. Like carrots, celery, radishes, peas, corn, avocado, tomato, green beans, kale, broccoli, cucumber, and asparagus. Don't like Sharpies, garbage cans, and airplanes. They're big, loud, and totally useless. What's the big deal about something humans call vacation? I have two siblings, both older. Veggie G Nibble and Plastic T Nibble. They are the most annoying bunnies you will ever meet. One time, Plastic seriously dumped his entire banana cucumber smoothie all over my head. And Veggie actually put my whole bucket of celery and carrots and lots of other vegetables in her bucket last Halloween. Carrots, I heard my mom yell. Dinner. Ugh. I had been dreading dinner all day. Mom had announced at breakfast that we were having asparagus, radish, pineapple soup for dinner. Trust me, never, ever, 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 ever try it. It is gross. Nevertheless, I walked up to the dining room to my meeting with a big bowl of disgusting soup. My stomach had already started aching, and I hadn't even picked up my stick spoon yet. Carefully picked up my stick spoon and got a spoonful of soup. once the horrible taste hit my tongue, my stomach did the loop-de-loops, and my tongue seemed to yell at me. Finally, I told Mom I was going to get more pineapple from the pot in the kitchen. Once I was safely inside the kitchen, I dumped my bowl of asparagus ranch pineapple soup into the sink and washed it down. I left in only a spoonful. I went back into the dining room, sat down, and ate my spoonful. Done. The next day, Mom woke me up so early. Pool party time! That woke me up. Woohoo! I shouted, jumping out from under the covers. Chewy and Celery are coming over. Chewy and Celery are my best friends. We were going to have a blast at the pool party. I just knew it. Once I got dressed in my new orange surf trunks and had a yummy breakfast of carrot cake, Mom, Dad, Veggie, Plastic, and I went outside to decorate by the pool in our backyard outside our burrow. When I had just finished tying the last yellow balloon to a lawn chair, I suddenly saw one white bunny and one brown bunny with white spots running toward me. Celery! Chewy! I said happily. I was so excited to see my friends. Carrots! They yelled excitedly. We started doing a bunny happy dance. Then we all cannonballed into the pool. Veggie was with her friends on lawn chairs chatting, and Plastic and his friends were dunking each other in the deep end. Chewy, Celery, and I had started playing Marco Polo. Mom and Dad had invited some of their friends over, and they were talking about boring stuff. Marco, Celery shouted. Polo, Chewy and I yelled back. Celery started swimming toward me. He bumped his nose on my tummy. I don't remember the pool wall being so soft, Celery mumbled. We had a great time in the pool. Then another surprise showed up. It was Radish the pizza guy, and he had a veggie pizza with extra broccoli. Vegetables are my favorite foods, so a veggie pizza with extra broccoli showing up in the middle of an awesome pool party with my best friends was about the best thing ever. Pizza! Chewy, Celery, and me yelled as we raced out of the pool and picked up hot, yummy slices of veggie pizza with extra broccoli. We ate 3 slices each, faster than you can say awesome pool party. We played in the pool more, then ate pizza, and repeated that process a lot until we were too full of veggie pizza with extra broccoli to even move. That is, until Mom brought up the carrot cupcakes. Carrot cupcakes! Chewy, Celery, and I made a beeline to Mom. After Chewy, Celery, and I had eaten 4 carrot cupcakes each, Mom announced that we were ending the pool party. Why? Chewy, Celery, and I moaned. It's 8 o'clock and getting dark, Mom said. But Chewy and Celery, would you like to stay over? Chewy and Celery got the okay from their parents, and we all started doing another bunny happy dance on the lawn. When we got inside, Mom offered us a snack, but we had eaten so many slices of pizza and so many cupcakes, we couldn't eat another bite. So we went to bed. When Chewy and Celery had snuggled into their sleeping bags and I had gotten into my bed, Chewy said, I had a great day, and you guys are great friends. I couldn't agree more. Bye for now. Carrots be nibble.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for reading your story. That was a great story. And not only did Hannah have the opportunity to come in here and read her story with me on TV, she also receives a gift card to Barnes & Noble. And you can see that she has a bright future ahead of her. So we have to take a break. But when we come back, we'll read another story and tell you more about how you can be on TV and read a story that you wrote. Don't go away. Hello, and welcome back to Reads. That's short for really exciting and delightful stories. I'm your host, Nahjee Grant, and I'm a children's author. On this show, we explore children's stories and authors. In the first part of the show, we read Carrots Be Nibble by Hannah Farber. Now, I would like to read to you another story called The Dragon's Wish by Krystal C. from Mrs. Smith's 5th grade class at Schwenksville Elementary. Wait a minute. How many times have you started a story like that? Let's try again. Long ago in a No. That's from Star Wars. Not The Dragon's Wish. This is how it should go. Long ago, in some fairy tale land in the dark woods, there lived a dragon named Rose. She was pink, scaly, and curly, gold-horned dragon. She also had purple eyes and large wings. Rose was the only dragon in the dark woods and the kingdom, so she was all alone. Rose lived in a dark and spooky cave all alone. Not even a rat lived in the cave with her. It's all because all the animals are terrified of Rose, even though she was gentle and kind. Everyone in the kingdom was so scared of her that she didn't even get close to the dark woods. There aren't even any guards close to it. But one day, that all changed. Rose was wandering the dark woods until she realized a part of the woods she did not recognize. Rose was confused, but curious. She was going to peek her head above the trees to see where she was, but thought again. If I peek out, I might be close to the kingdom, and the citizens might see me and catch me, Rose thought. But then through the trees she saw it. Smoke. Smoke in the woods? That's odd. Maybe it's another dragon, Rose thought to herself. Rose flew closer to the smoke, but there was no dragon. Instead, there was a fireplace with smoke coming out of the top and an old teepee. The teepee was the size of a dragon, and it was made of big branches and animal skin of raccoons, deer, and skunks. Rose was very curious, but instead then went in to the old teepee. When Rose went inside, all she saw was an old, partially rusty pot and a stuffed owl, or at least she thought it was stuffed, until it started to screech like it was in pain. But she was not even touching it. Then it jumped on her, and she ran out of the teepee screaming. "Ah! Get it off!" Rose screamed at the top of her lungs. The owl flew off of Rose, but she was still running. Then, all of a sudden, she stopped because she was trapped in some kind of force field. Rose started to panic. Then she saw a mysterious figure on the other side of the teepee. Who's there? Show yourself, Rose demanded. The figure came from the other side of the teepee. It was a beautiful teenage enhances, and she was walking to Rose with a small grin, then introduced herself. "Hello, fellow creature. My name is Zagorny," the enchantress said. This was weird to Rose, because she always saw people, but they usually were all running away screaming. "Hi, I'm Rose, and aren't you scared of me?" Rose questioned. "Heavens no. I'm actually fascinated by you. Tell you what, I'll give you one wish, just because I like you," Sigourney said. "You will seriously do that for me? Thank you so much. I wish for people and animals to not be scared of me." "Okay, I'll be right back." Sigourney went in her teepee and got a piece of apple pie and tried to give it to Rose, but she was still in the force field. Sorry, I forgot to unfreeze you," Sigourney said. Then swished her hand and gave Rose the apple pie. What's this?" Rose said. "It's your wish," Sigourney replied. "Okay. Is this a joke?" answered Rose. "No, it's not a joke. For some reason, when I make potions, they always end up looking like food. Anyway, all you have to do is go home and eat it," Sigourney explained. Rose thanked Sigourney a million times for the potion and headed for home. When Rose got home, she ate the piece of apple pie, or the potion, immediately. But she did not feel different. Instead, she felt very sleepy, so she went to sleep. When Rose woke up, she felt very different. So she looked at herself. Screaming at the top of her lungs, Rose saw no claws, but hands and feet. But Rose was not alone. In the distance, Bony white skeletons heard Rose's scream. Then they came running towards her. When they got there, Rose had already fainted. So the skeletons just dragged her to their graves. Then, out of nowhere, some guy came to rescue her. The man was tall and skinny. Plus, he had a very wild hair. "I will save you," the man said, trying to sound heroic. But then he realized Rose was unconscious. Oh well. The man fought the skeletons with a shiny diamond sword with blue and red topaz in the middle. Then the skeleton leader retreated and ran away with one arm and one leg. Rose finally woke up after 2 hours and saw the man waiting for her to wake up. "What happened? Who are you?" Rose asked with confusion. "How do you not know who I am?" "I am Price Tyler, son of King George III. "Wait, what were you doing in the dark woods?" Price Tyler asked. Rose was trying to make an excuse. I'm new here and I got lost," Rose lied. "But don't you know there's a hideous dragon in there?" Price Tyler said, trying to keep his fear inside. But Rose just got offended. "Oh my, I'm so scared," Rose said sarcastically. But Price did not notice. "Can you show me the way to the castle?" "Of course I can," Price Tyler said, as they started to head to the castle. When they got there, almost all the citizens came to greet them, especially Prince Tyler. Rose was so excited to finally be in the kingdom, and all she wanted to do was explore. They arrived at the castle gates after 30 minutes and went in. When they were inside the royal palace, Prince Tyler tried to introduce Rose to the king, but she never told him what her name was. So she introduced herself. "Hello, Your Majesty. My name is Rose, and I'm coming from..." Rose paused, trying to think of a name, when she saw a pair of googly eyes on the floor. Googly Eye Mountain." "Never heard of it," the king said, with a roaring voice. After a while, Rose left the castle to explore the new world. 2 weeks passed, being in the kingdom. Rose was reading the local newspaper and saw a picture of a dragon sitting in the dark woods. Rose got all excited and screamed of joy, but then her excitement faded away into sadness. "Oh no! That dragon might be all alone like I was. Maybe I can see Sigourney, and she might have an antidote so she can make me a dragon again." Rose put down the news and ran to the dark woods. Rose was at the edge of the dark woods and hesitated. "I don't want to get hurt by any wolves or something, but it will be worth it." Rose took one step in the woods, and skeletons came out of nowhere. Rose was scared out of her mind, so she ran for her life. After a few minutes of running, she tripped on a root and found herself in front of Sigourney's teepee and started to yell her name. "Sigourney! Sigourney!" Okay, I'm here. What do you want?" Where am I? Lost my train of thought. "What do you want? I see you took my potion." "Yes, I took your potion, Sigourney. Do you have an antidote?" Rose asked. "Yes, why?" Sigourney said. "Well, there's a dragon sitting, and I don't want him to be alone like I was." "Okay." Sigourney went in her teepee and took a blueberry out and gave it to Rose. "Thank you," Rose explained. Then Rose ate the antidote immediately and turned back into a dragon. Rose thanked Sigourney one last time and flew away. Rose looked above the trees and saw very, very far away smoke. She flew towards it as fast as she could. When she got there, she saw a dragon. He was a big and green dragon with gold horns and large wings. Hi, my name is Rose," Rose said. "What? Another dragon? I thought I was the only one," answered the dragon. "Me too," Rose explained. "I'm Jonathan. You can call me Johnny," the dragon said. Rose and Johnny talked all day, and when it got dark, she invited him to stay at her cave for the night. But he kept coming back. Years went by, and they had a small dragon family, and it got bigger and bigger until the dark woods became dragon woods. That is how Rose's wish finally came true, and she got to be the love of her life. The end. Well, that was a very interesting story. I bet you've written some nice stories. How would you like to read your story with me right here on TV? If you're in kindergarten through 5th grade, you can create one original short story up to 32 pages. And we encourage all of our participants to illustrate their story as well. And you can send your stories to lmtv@lowermerion.org. You can be on TV with me and read your story to everyone. And if you're not here, I'll read your story in your absence. Doesn't that sound exciting? Well, until next time, keep reading really exciting and delightful stories.